The Last Ride Together by Robert Browning, 1812 to 1889. I said, then, dearest, since 'tis so, since now at length my fate I know, since nothing all my love avails, since all my life seemed meant for fails, since this was written and needs must be, my whole heart rises up to bless your name in pride and thankfulness. Take back the hope you gave. I claim only a memory of the same, and this beside, if you will not blame, your leave for one more last ride with me. My mistress bent that brow of hers, those deep dark eyes where pride demurs, when pity would be softening through, fixed me a breathing while or two, with life or death in the balance right, the blood replenished me again. My last thought was at least not vain. I and my mistress side by side shall be together, breathe and ride, so one day more am I deified. Who knows but the world may end tonight? Hush! If you saw some western cloud, all billowy bosomed, overbowed by many benedictions, suns and moons and evening stars at once, and so you, looking and loving best, conscious grew, your passion drew cloud, sunset, moonrise, starshine too, down on you, near and yet more near, till flesh must fade, for heaven was here. Thus leant she and lingered, joy and fear, thus lay she a moment on my breast. Then we begin to ride, my soul smoothed itself out, a long cramped scroll, freshening and fluttering in the wind, past hopes already lay behind. What need to strive with a life awry? Had I said that, had I done this, so might I gain, so might I miss. Might she have loved me just as well? She might have hated, who can tell? Where had I been now if the worst befell? And here we are riding, she and I. Fail I alone in words and deeds? Why, all men strive, and who succeeds? We rode. It seemed my spirit flew, saw other regions, cities new. As the world rushed by on either side, I thought, all labour, yet no less, bear up beneath their unsuccess. Look at the end of work, contrast, the petty done, the undone vast. This present of theirs with the hopeful past, I hoped she would love me. Here we ride. What hand and brain went ever paired? What heart alike conceived and dared? What act proved all its thought had been? But what will be felt the fleshy screen? We ride, and I see her bosom heave. There's many a crown for who can reach 10 lines, a statesman's life in each, the flag stuck on a heap of bones, a soldier's doing, what atones? They scratch his name on the abbey stones. My riding is better by their leave. What does it all mean, poet? Well, your brains beat into rhythm, you tell what we felt only. You expressed, you hold things beautiful the best, and paste them in rhyme, so side by side. 'Tis something, nay, 'tis much, but then have you yourself what's best for men? Are you poor, sick, old ere your time, nearer one wit your own sublime than we who have never turned a rhyme? Sing riding a joy, for me I ride. And you, great sculptor, so you gave a score of years to art, her slave, and that's your Venus whence we turn to yonder girl that fords the burn. You acquiesce, and shall I repine? What man of music, you grown gay with notes and nothing else to say, is this your sole praise from a friend? Greatly his opera strains intend, but in music we know how fashions end. I gave my youth, but we ride in fine. Who knows what's fit for us? Had fate proposed bliss here should sublimate my being, had I signed the bond. Still one must lead some life beyond, have a bliss to die with, dim descried, this foot once planted on the goal, this glory garland round my seat. Could I descry such, try and test, I sink back shuddering from my quest. Earth being so good, would heaven seem best? Now heaven and she are beyond this ride. And yet she has not spoke so long. What if heaven be that, fair and strong at life's best, with our eyes upturned, whither life's flower is first discerned, we fixed so, ever should so abide? What if we still ride on, we two, with life for ever old yet new, change not in kind but in degree, the instant made eternity, and heaven just prove that I and she ride together, forever ride. Okay, this is a poem by Robert Browning. Robert Browning was a poet and a playwright. He was English. He was noted for his dramatic monologues, and this is one of his dramatic monologues. Okay, there is a speaker, but the speaker is not a poet himself, and he's talking about a last ride with his lover, and he discovers that the love affair is over, and he accepts the fact, and he's grateful for the past, and he asks for one last ride with his mistress, with this woman that he loves, and she agrees, and he is delighted to share one more experience with her. This is almost like heaven itself, and it's just one last ride with her. And they ride, and he begins to forget about the things that he had hoped for in the past, and he thinks that if they'd stayed together, maybe she would have loved him forever, or maybe she would have hated him. But at least now they have this last ride together, and it feels like an eternity within this last ride. And he understands that people don't always get what they aspire. There's always a gap between what we try to get and what we actually get. He prefers this ride. This ride, it to him, is a beautiful thing. And he says that artists dedicate their lives to art, to poetry, to sculpture, but they don't get any closer to what is perfect in life, which is, and for him at this moment, perfection in life is riding with this woman that he loves. And he feels joy about this last ride, and he's put everything else out of his mind, and he's just carpe diem, enjoying this moment. This for him is this is pure happiness, and he wonders if in life he should try to see something that transcends this. And he believed very much in happiness with this woman, but now all that matters is this ride, that this could be the last moment of his life, but this ride it feels like it's never ending. It's something that will last forever. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Last Ride Together by Robert Browning.